Hi sports fans, I'm Larry Longo in front of the historic Pasadena City Hall. Today I have the news you've all been waiting for, the route for Stage 6 of the AMGEN Tour of California, the climb to Big Bear. 135 grueling miles from Pasadena to Big Bear Lake, from the palm trees to the pines. May 21st will be a day for the climbers with over 12,000 feet of vertical climbing across 2 mountain ranges. This is the day when we will really separate the men from the boys. From City Hall, the peloton will roll neutral across the iconic Colorado Street Bridge here in Pasadena. The racers will drop into the Arroyo Seco on the way past the world-renowned Rose Bowl. This is where the competitive portion of the race will begin. We are barely out of Pasadena, and already it is all uphill. The San Gabriel Mountains loom in front of us. The riders will climb from the Arroyo and wind through the city streets of La Cañada at an elevation of 1,250 feet. From there, they will begin their ascent into the San Gabriel Mountains with the first of many King of the Mountain sections of the day, to an elevation of 3,700 feet high on the Angeles Crest Highway. Due to a winter closure, Highway 2 is closed between La Cañada and a point several miles west of Wrightwood. We can't show you the first climb into the sky with a KOM at 3,700 feet. They will summit high in the San Gabriel Mountains at the second KOM at 7,900 feet. There are several rugged climbs on the Angeles Crest Highway, and eventually the riders will make their way to the highest elevation of the stage at 7,900 feet at Dawson Saddle. This will serve as a line for the King of the Mountains competition, and at this point the riders will have already climbed over 7,000 vertical feet. From the peak at Dawson Saddle, the riders will race a high-speed, technical, twisty descent down to the town of Wrightwood, elevation 5,960 feet. This is where the first sprinters competition line is. The AMGEN Tour of California leaves behind the San Gabriel mountain range and now leads uphill again into the San Bernardino National Forest towards Lake Silverwood. This 10-mile section zigzags and roller coasters through the high desert chaparral. It is sandwiched inside the Cajon Pass, and it could be very windy. And basically, it's all uphill for the next 12 miles. San Diego's Chris Horner once wore yellow on this climb as the leader of the Redlands Bike Classic. His knowledge of this mountain ascent may become very valuable to his teammates Levi Leipheimer and Lance Armstrong. We finally made it up this grueling climb to Crestline. Unbelievable pitch here at the top, and now these riders will sprint towards a King of the Mountain points competition. Big Bear Lake, 28 miles, another 10 miles or so to the finish line, and about 3,000 more feet of elevation to gain. Man, what a stage. Those are the San Gabriel Mountains. That is where we came from. This is where we're going. From this point in front of the Rim of the World High School, the riders will race east towards Running Springs, and they will begin their final 2,000-foot climb towards Lakeview Point, and the finish line soon to be in sight. The final 6-mile climb of the day will wind its way through the forest from an elevation of 5,000 feet to 7,100 feet at Lakeview Point. The race will pass by Snow Valley Winter Recreation Area, a great place with a huge parking lot to spectate. At this point, the riders will have climbed more than 12,000 feet here today in this grueling stage from Pasadena. They'll shift into the big ring. The finish line at Snow Summit Mountain Resort is just about in sight. With about 10 miles to go, the race will enter the Big Bear Valley at Big Bear Dam. They'll race right along the north shoreline of Big Bear Lake while boaters check out the action as they fish for monster trout. The riders will be head down and hammering east through Fawnskin, past the Discovery Center, and turn right across Stanfield Cutoff, entering the city of Big Bear Lake. There are less than 2 miles to the finish. With 400 yards to go, they'll cross Big Bear Boulevard and begin the final mad dash uphill to the finish at Snow Summit Mountain Resort. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you at the Big Bear Climb. Come early and watch the action on the giant TV, check out the Lifestyle Expo, and cheer on the best cyclists in the world. For more information, visit these websites.